It was so much fun to watch you in this film. And I want to ask you, first of all, growing up in Germany, how important was Superman to you in your life, or was it?
Um, I grew up being aware of Superman. I knew that there's somebody out there flying around the world, but I didn't grow up with any of, the movies, comics, or anything like that. So when I came here and when I got cast for this movie, I sat down with Zach and I said, you know what, I would like to leave it this way, not knowing so much about it, and just really go from a totally fresh perspective with this character.
And that's an interesting way to look at it, I think,
Yeah.
because you can really open up your mind, especially to the character that you play, Faora, because she's so badass. And she's not a character that a lot of people know about, unless you're a real fan. So how did you prepare to kind of get into her psyche?
Yeah. I mean, this is what I liked about her, that, as a woman, we always have certain, there are doubts, and we think too much sometimes about ourselves and compare ourselves, and all these things they're not there for Fiora. She's a bred warrior. So to really focus on that aspect, that fear is a chemical reaction, and that was bred out of her. So she doesn't have that. And it's liberating to actually really think about it, that you're just a one-track mind, there's no filter, and there's no double meaning. She gets orders, and she answers those orders without a question, and this is all she does. And I try to just stay quite socially unattached. I spend a lot of time by myself shooting this movie, and just being focused on the training physically, being focused on my disciplines, and it was more like a life of a soldier or like an athlete, very focused on what's going to happen in 4 months after preparation.
But to have somebody like Michael Shannon to work
Hmm.
opposite, I mean, that guy is, and he's the best of baddies when he plays on, whether it's television or film. What was it like to have him kind of as your, acting partner there for most of the movie?
Yeah, I heard people say that before I met him, and I said, oh, this guy is so intense. I experienced a man who's the total opposite. He's the loveliest man, he's a real gentleman. It's wonderful to work with him. He has a great sense of humor. Some days I got his humor, other days not too much. It's my second language, so we had some misunderstandings here on this side. But beyond that, it was just a pleasure to play this role on his side, and just, you know, serve him and protect him as Fiora and General Zod.
You did a wonderful job
Cool.
doing that for him. Henry Cavill, I mean, really, what can you say? Why do you think he was the perfect guy to be cast as the Man of Steel?
Yeah, I feel like Henry is just, it's different to sort of, t- take on a character and step into a costume, or to really be this person and to interact with Henry. I just looked at him sometimes and thought, you really are Superman. There are certain values to him which are very important. You can tell that he's very well educated, smart, intelligent. There's a very charming, funny thing about him, and he's just gorgeous, and women will love to just stare at him for 2 hours, I guess. Don't you think? I mean, isn't he just perfect?
Yeah, I have to
Yeah.
agree with you, my friend.
Yeah. It's
There's
kind of.
really nothing wrong with this man. We need to find a flaw. We need to find a flaw in Superman, don't you think?
Yeah,
There's
yeah, I
probably
tried. I
nothing.
tried.
It was hard.
Hard.
And Zack Snyder, I mean, what does he bring to the table? Like, he's like a kid to me, but making a movie that
Like a
he's just
kid in
having
a
so much
candy
fun.
store. Yeah. But there's an incredible brain in that kid, right? And he's just so passionate, and he's so euphoric, and he keeps it very light on set. And it's just, there's a lot of weight on his shoulders. I just can't imagine to make a movie like it. But you will never see that. You will never feel that. He's a very trusting director. He expects you to, to come on set with your character, and that you deliver, and then he's going to shape whatever he needs. And um,
In the same vein, I mean, you've been making films now in North America for a few years, and you've been able to work with some pretty outstanding actors, I say. Is there somebody that you've, been on set with that you are really, felt that, oh my God, I really came off this one learning from that person, watching them work?
Um, all of these actors in this movie are very, I mean, Oscar-winning actors. So whoever I was able to just watch and be on set with, it's always an experience because every single actor has its own approach, has its own way to deal with fear and anxiety and being nervous, and to just watch all these small little things, that is just incredible. But Michael Shannon, just because he is my buddy, is probably the one for me. I just adore him.
Coming up next, we're going to see you in a film called The Seventh Son, and that's not too shabby, working with Jeff Bridges and Julianne Moore.
No shabby at all.
Can you tell me a
No.
little bit just about that and working on?
Yeah,
something
I
like that?
worked. I mean, this is the total opposite of playing a witch, of playing this sort of I mean, Faora is a sort of machine almost kind of character. Um, so I'm playing this witch, and she's totally different. Beautiful costumes, very fairy tale-y and adventurous. And I just loved about this movie that Jeff Bridges and Julianne Moore will reunite. That's very exciting. And she is for me. I mean, you know, she is somebody for me growing up. A dream, as an actress, as a woman, and she proved that she's a just fabulous woman on and off camera.
Was there something growing up that you decided, what made you want to become an actor? Was there something specific, or just that I want to do this?
I was a kid, and I watched The Never Ending Story. And I have to say, something happened there. I couldn't point it out, but I thought I want to be part of stories. I love this movie. I watch it once in a while, to just kind of have that feeling again.
It's a great movie.
It
That's
is.
a good one. Well, congratulations on this. Like I
Thank you
said,
so
you
much.
kicked butt. I was very proud of you. You did a great job, and lovely to talk to you and meet you. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much.
much.
Thank you.